Problem getting worse and worse. June 6th, officers still pulling my power out and internalising it. So bombarding me with internal transgressions, stripping more and more power out, getting more and more institutionalised, like I said in every video. They're committing crime against me internally, stripping out myself with mortification of self and internalising it. And they've internalised that much now into an institutional self. It's got literally full control or physical control. They've internalised my ability to breathe for myself, to be able to speak like I'm saying on these videos or talk correctly. Completely brain dead, but it's suffocating me as well, and I'm feeling weaker and weaker. Like I said, I've been homeless now 2 years. It's just getting worse and worse because of internal transgressions, pulling power out. They need to pull out an entire institutional self because they've just spent every day creating one of the worst cases of institutionalisation in probably in justice system. If it's not it's one of the worst. They've put homosexuality in my main drives. They've stripped out that much life now. There's an entire lifetime internalised. So if they ever bring it forward, I'm in a full controlled state. I've got no physical power over my own life, and I'm in a full controlled state, my entire life internalised. What I'm trying to say is at my expense every day in life, instead of my power in society going into society, like my marriage, children, women, or education or work, they've internalised it, committing crime against me. Essentially, I've lost my life in society to be used as a punch bag for mortification of self and internal transgressions every day to internalise it. Therefore, they've opened an institutional self with a sole objective or primary objective of committing crime against me every day, or incriminating me or humiliating my power every day, with the sole objective of institutionalising somebody like they have now, where I can't move. I physically don't sleep, can't move, got no sex power, my penis has shrunk significantly, got no sex drives, unable to breathe, physically restrain me from breathing, got no energy in the gym, got no power in the gym, got no ignorance. So the slightest, they've ripped all my ignorance out. It's a crime against humanity. It's that simple, because they're using an institutional self as a tool, or weaponising it as a tool to commit crime against somebody and blaming drug use, mental illness or disability, and it's not true. The fact is, regardless of whether you're disabled, on drugs, most mentally ill person genetically, regardless of whether it's external factors or genetically, makes no sense, makes no difference. The fact is, they're using that as an alibi to rationalise torture. So you could be the most mentally ill person that's lived, and they will use that to do what they want. So realistically, you could be mentally ill and then go into your life and internalise your sleeping pattern so that you don't sleep and disturb your sleeping pattern. So in other words, they've weaponised the label itself, all labels, whether it's criminal, mental illness, disability, drugs, alcohol, they'll weaponise it and they just use it how they want, because there's no regulation on them committing crime against your power internally. So you could realistically be mentally ill, for example, and have problems with sleep. But then what you've got to think about is, or what's happening is, they're using that as an excuse to suffocate you in the middle of the night manually. So this isn't just a genetic mental illness, it's just them using the label and weaponising the label to commit crime against you. So you could genetically be somebody that suffers with sleep. The system and the officers in the system will use that information then and manually or synthetically weaponise it and commit crime against you and start waking you up in the middle of the night, because they know that they can just blame it on mental illness and say, well, this individual's got problems with sleep. So they're taking out of context the label itself and commit crime against you by misusing the information manually. So you can't afford to really do anything. Like now, I suffer with asthma, and I would never have said it, because now they started snagging my internal ability to breathe, and that'll be the excuse for it. They'll say he's got asthma, or they'll say he's having panic attacks. So, and the fact is, it's not asthma or any kind of anxiety or panic attacks. The fact is, they physically internalised or snagged my ability to breathe, and it's just getting tighter and tighter, pushing on my chest. And you can feel the process on you. You can see the process getting internalised. You can see the internal transgressions. You can feel the power getting pulled out. Just like now, I physically cannot. I'm absolutely knackered. So there's no doubts in my mind, 150%. There's no problems whatsoever. If there is, the process that's suffocating me now, or internalising my breathing sessions, or my ability to breathe in internal braking sessions, is 1,000,000,000% synthetic, third party. And you can feel the process on you. You can almost see it behind your eyes on you. You can feel it getting stripped out, and you can feel the physical restraint. So regardless whether I suffered with asthma or whatever excuse they're using, the simple fact of the matter is, you can see the process as clear as day, as clear as the difference between black or white. Like I've explained before, It's like a bad magic trick where you can see the cards up the sleeve and they're trying to fool you, saying that it's like mental illness, or they're trying to tell you it's asthma. When they're trying to play the magic trick like they've done a magic trick, like that's mental illness. But the fact is, you can see the cards, you know it's not, 'cause you can feel the process on you. So they're trying to tell you, or the system's trying to tell you, you've got asthma, so that's what your breathing problems are, or whatever excuse they're using. You've got mental illness, so that's what your breathing panic attacks. But the simple fact is, you can see the process, you can feel the physical restraint, and you can see the institutional self getting snagged. So you can, behind your eyes, you can feel the process going on you. So they're trying to tell you that you've got issues, but you can see the process in the same way as a magician pulls magic cards out of his sleeve, or he pulls in a rabbit out of the hat. You can see the rabbit up his sleeve. So you know that it's not a magic trick. You know that I know that it's not synthetic. I know it's not disability. I know